performance is why we do what we do and the way we do it. Human performance incorporates culture, behavior, and organizational defenses. These are all important to ensure we have zero events and prevent HU errors. Within the Canadian nuclear industry, there is a set of human performance tools that lead to zero events and reduce human errors. From this set of tools, we have selected 4 tools that we refer to as Core 4. They are effective communication, procedural use and adherence, self-check with verbalization, and stop when unsure. Initially, the HU tools were rolled out to outage workers. However, once we realized the importance of the tools, we rolled it out company-wide. It's important that we all incorporate the Core 4 tools into our everyday practices to ensure we're reducing the frequency of errors. To manage our defenses, we need to make sure that we have the organizational defenses in place, such as engineered defenses, administrative defenses, cultural defenses, and oversight defenses. To encourage growth and buy-in into our human performance program, I think there's 2 key aspects. One is leadership, and the second is proactive accountability. From a leadership perspective, we need to ensure that we're doing coaching, observation, and leading by example. From a proactive accountability, we need to ensure that each individual understands they are responsible and have the ability and that they are empowered to make a difference. As individuals raise HU events and record them in a non-conformance report or an NCR, we're able to track and trend these events. Through identifying these and putting barriers and defenses in place, we will be able to reduce the frequency of events. The HU initiative and the Core 4 tooling enables us to provide better quality products and work, improves efficiencies, reduces rework, improves our bottom line, and overall ensures a safer work environment, making us a better overall company.
The effective communication tool keeps us out of simple errors. It allows us to make sure that we're always on the correct components, performing the correct operations. For three-way communication, it's really simple. It's just providing a direction, getting confirmation of the direction, or providing back the direction that you've understood, and just confirming that's the correct operation you want done. Okay, Brian, we're on step 3.60. I would like you to enable TL Sierra Victor 5, please.
I understand you'd like me to enable TL Sierra Victor 5.
Correct.
TL Sierra Victor 5 has been enabled.
Understood. Phonetic alphabet is used for identifiers, so if you're going to work on a valve, say the valve is alphabetic letter B17, you would use Bravo 17. Identifier is the letter, so you use the phonetic alphabet for that, and for the numbers, you split them up into single digits. 13 could be 30 over a headset when things are noisy. If you get a B, it could be a C, it could be a D, it could be an E, so the Bravo there helps identify what the correct identifier is. It's really not a difficult tool. It is difficult if you don't use it all the time. So the more it becomes commonplace and common practice, the more familiar people will be with it.
If I'm ever working on something, I will stop when unsure if I'm not comfortable with what I'm doing. The first thing I would do is stop and contact my supervisor. And then the next thing I would do is before any work proceeds, I'd try to contact someone with a similar knowledge base or knowledge base in the subject that I'm struggling with and get their opinion on the issue. Recently we had an electric vertical heater that had some wiring issues. So when I opened the box, I noticed that all the conductors were hanging loose. That was a concern to me because I know the conductors should be within a metal box. The other problem was the heater actually had a Canadian Improved Electrical certification, so that kind of complicated it because I thought maybe I'm overreacting. I stopped and then I contacted our local ESA inspector for advice. So when he came in, he confirmed my thoughts that it did not meet code. The tools are useful from a safety standpoint, that we're A, not damaging equipment, and B, not getting individuals hurt. And it's also effective from a cost standpoint, that it's better to try to do the job right the first time than to be repeating work over. When you contact your supervisor, it has to be a verbal communication, and it can either be going to their office to talk to them directly or at minimum a phone call conversation. Work when it proceed until the issue has been resolved in a satisfactory manner, according to my supervisor and likely as well the customer. Usually your gut feeling is a good sign. If you're uncomfortable, it's usually better to stop and take a couple minutes to figure it out. We're the first line of defense in our department of stopping non-conforming parts from even reaching a power plant. If we do our job well here, we make their job easier there from installing a part that's detrimental to safe nuclear power.
The procedure use and adherence tool is extremely important in an analytical chemistry lab and Kinectrics as a whole. The reason being that these procedures have been passed down for years and they contain a variety of quality and safety information that needs to be adhered to. If we don't follow the procedures, we're at risk of producing incorrect results. The first step in procedure use and adherence is to ensure that the procedure you have at hand is the proper version. Otherwise, you could be using an incorrect procedure. Then you must follow the procedure step by step using a proper method such as the circle and slash method in order to keep a placeholder and ensure that you're following the procedure as delineated. Throughout the lab, you can see good use of procedure use and adherence. Often when the technologists in the laboratory are following a procedure, they use the circle and slash method. So when a technologist is working on a specific step, they circle it to know where they are as a placekeeper, and then once they're finished the step, they slash through it to know that they've finished that particular step. If any steps in the procedure are unclear, you must stop and seek clarification from a supervisor in order for them to clarify how you should proceed.
Self-check with verbalization is a very good tool to use. A lot of our tests have specific requirements that need to be adhered to in order to get proper data. And if those things are missed due to moving too fast, that could be something that jeopardizes the quality of our product. I like to use the STAR method, so stop, think, act, and review. Take a minute, stop what you're doing, look at what you're about to do. Think about what it is that you're going to do and make sure that's going to get you to your end goal. Once you've taken action, then just take a step back and review what you've done. Make sure your action got you where you wanted to go. Without stopping and reflecting on the work that you're doing, you might be paddling up a creek that you don't want to be going down. Okay, I've established communication. I need to ensure the unit is traveling in the forward direction, which it is. I'm going to make sure that the data will be coming in, and I'm taking data as the unit moves. And I'll just double check one more time that the span is free of splices and it's acceptable and ready to test. The verbalization helps because it slows you down and it slows your mind down to the pace of your body. Touching and talking at the same time while you're carrying out an action ensures that your eyes and your hands and your brain are all connected and that the action that you are expecting to do is going to get you the result that you're intending for. It is very easy to get ahead of yourself if you're not verbalizing. This is important. It is to improve the safety of each employee and the working environment and the job satisfaction at the end of the day.